With public comment tonight on items not on the agenda.
So we have 8 people for public comment.
Okay, 2 minutes each.
And so if I could ask folks who may not be already in the front 2 rows to come up as I call your name. We'll call 4 people at a time, and one person will go after the other. You'll have 2 minutes, and we'll ask you to please stay within your 2 minutes so that everybody has a chance to share their information and their comments. First person, Joanna Pace, Karen Stout, Maria Balmori, and B. Lieberman.
Good evening, board. My name is Joanna Pace. I'm the mother of a 9th grader at El Cerrito High, and I've come to talk to you tonight about the trigger money. I understand you'll be making some decisions about how to return that money to our students' programs, and I urge you to spend it on middle schools. I urge you to go talk to the principals, say, what do you need? I'm sure they're going to say something about their large class sizes and the challenge particularly that math teachers have to meet their students' needs. I strongly urge you to think about middle schools and put that money back into the middle schools. And you know I say that because I'm a big middle school fan, but also because it's a three-fer. If you put the program back into middle school, you get not only an improved middle school experience, and I understand it's just a one-time experience here, but even to improve it for just that brief amount of time that we spend that money, you get a better middle school experience for those classes of students. You make the middle schools more attractive to the K-6 families. They're deciding whether they're going to stay in the district or not, and you know that's one of our weak spots. People leave after 6th grade. And then you improve the high school experience because you have 9th graders who are better prepared. So I strongly urge you to spend that trigger money in the middle schools. And particularly, I can just say personally, on a different note, my daughters have a fabulous experience learning math in the Geometry Foundations course that Ms. O'Connors has created, and I strongly recommend you look into that, and you can call me or email me. I'm happy to tell you why it works and why I think it's a fabulous program. So spend the trigger money in the middle schools. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Karen Stout. I've been a 4th grade teacher for 5 years at Bayview Elementary. I've raised test scores in each of those 5 years. I researched a nonprofit website in San Francisco for parents and communities to advocate for great principals in their schools. The 4 characteristics of great principals that they have in common are, number 1, great principals take responsibility for school success. Our latest principal has no clear priorities for our school success. Number 2, great principals lead teaching and learning. This principal thinks training is handing out papers and making personal attacks on our staff during meetings. Number 3, great principals hire, develop, and retain excellent teachers. Our current principal has cultivated a climate of fear and distrust to the point that the majority of the teachers are planning to leave Bayview. Number 4, great principals build a strong school community. Our school community is in chaos. Parents have been threatened with arrest and verbally abused. Our staff has been belittled and berated in front of both parents and students. We are beginning a new year with the same problems without any hope for change. Bayview deserves an experienced principal, not another trainee. I am not underserving my students. I am not a substandard teacher. I have not lost my moral compass, as I was told in my December staff meeting by the principal. Thank you.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es María. Venimos aquí la escuela Bayview a pedir otra nueva directora porque hemos tenido malos tratos desde el año pasado como con esta directora. Yo tuve una experiencia y ella me dijo que no estaba para escuchar a los padres, sino nada más a los niños. Queremos un cambio de directora porque tanto los maestros como los niños estamos afectados en este sentido. Queremos que alguien nos escuche o cómo nos pueden apoyar.
No sé. B. Lieberman.
Good evening. My name is B. Lieberman. I teach at Kensington School. Please look around, really open your eyes to see our precious children and the dedicated educators who teach, nurture, and love them. I'm asking you to do what's right, finally, for our district, our kids, and our teachers. Invest in us all now. You can and must. We've been waiting more than 20 years, far too long, for a fair deal. We even gave 9% of our salaries in '91. You may have to consider scaling down your large administrative staff to pay us what is long overdue. As compensation, salary for extremely difficult work, our teachers are almost the lowest paid in the entire state of California. This is appalling. I am asking you now to negotiate in good faith with our bargaining team to restore what you have taken and raise our salaries, especially the salaries of those who have worked a lifetime for our children. As I've said before, our teachers receive almost the lowest salaries of all teachers in California. And do I need to remind you that we live in one of the most expensive areas in the entire world? And that our highest paid teachers who have worked for years are compensated with one of the lowest final salaries around. Since our retirement income is based on our highest year of pay, we barely will have enough to survive. How will single-earner households fare? Teachers who retire from this district will get almost half of what others around us will live on. Both salary and medical coverage in retirement were part of a long ago agreed-upon package. You have broken your promise to those who are the most vulnerable. The candle of your teachers, is especially the oldest long-term teachers, is burning at both ends. Be honorable, negotiate with an open heart, be generous, and finally show some appreciation for your extraordinary teachers. Thank you.
So I'll call the next names. Diane Brown, Blanca Ramirez, Patricia Rojas, and Sylvia Sandoval.
Good evening. The school board was made aware of the egregious behavior of the principal at Bayview Elementary School before the winter break. This display of egregious behavior created an unrepairable breach that called for a vote of no confidence in the principal. We are dismayed that after returning from the winter break to find that nothing has changed. In the current environment, you cannot expect teachers to do their best work and for our students to thrive. This environment neither serves the best interests of students, parents, or teachers. Dr. Harder, we expect you to deal with this and act now. We expect the board to show leadership and direct the appropriate change, and both should act now. The district and the State Department of Education expects highly qualified teachers in every classroom, and the same expectation should be expected of a highly qualified administrator. This is not the case. Each principal should come with core professional behaviors and a basic understanding of building internal relationships. Since this incident, when I walk in that building, my stomach turns. It affects me physically. You need to do the right thing. Follow the education code and make sure that you take care of business and make sure that you do the right thing.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Blanca Ramirez y yo vengo apoyando también a los maestros, también en cuestión a la directora, que es una persona con la cual no podemos casi ni hablar los padres porque ella no tiene tiempo para nosotros. Entonces Ahorita ya también está en contra de los maestros y los maestros están ayudando mucho a nuestros hijos y con nosotros ella sí habla, pero no quiere decir, no nos tiene tiempo. Nosotros vamos a pedir una cita con ella y dice que ahorita no tiene tiempo, que después será. Entonces, la verdad no hallamos qué hacer, esa es una de las cosas. Y otra de las cosas también es que nos quitó las clases de inglés de esta escuela porque dijo que ella ocupaba los salones y en realidad los salones están solos. Nosotros, los padres que queríamos seguir estudiando, tuvimos que buscar en otro lugar y también nos tiene la puerta cerrada trasera de la escuela para que no salgan, para que no entremos por ahí por los niños. Nada más la queremos para la entrada y la salida porque ahora que vienen las lluvias muchos niños se van a mojar demasiado. Ojalá que nos tomen un poquito en cuenta y muchas gracias.
Buenas noches a todos ustedes, gracias por la oportunidad de escucharme. Yo soy una madre de baby. El motivo de mi inconformidad por el cual estoy aquí es el mal manejo de la escuela de baby, pues por nuestra principal, de la falta de respeto que ha demostrado tanto a los padres como a los maestros, provocando un ambiente hostil que no beneficia al aprendizaje de nuestros hijos. De manera que para que una escuela funcione y tenga un buen rendimiento académico, necesitamos de un buen líder con experiencia, además de que la educación se aprende con el ejemplo. Muchas gracias.
Is the final speaker here Sylvia Sandoval? Okay, maybe
Want to call it one more time, or you want to say it in
Sylvia
Spanish?
Sandoval? Perhaps she had to
Hold on a
leave.
second. Mr. Medrano is going to try to announce it.
Si queda alguien que quiere decirnos algo, que pasen adelante, por favor. ¿Ya llamaron su nombre? Pasen adelante. There appears to be...
She went home.
Went home.
Casa. Okay. Thank you very much for public comment. I appreciate you coming out tonight, and thank you for coming.